Hey guys, what's going on? I had a request from a viewer asking if I could do a comparison between the trend bot or TRND bot, this video that I did yesterday, so this guy right here, and the go-to service which I've been using a lot, AlgoPro. So for you guys that watch the channel frequently, you'll see that I've been doing a lot of these different indicators for TradingView, these premium paid indicators. So Easy Algo was one I did. I just recently bought TRND bot and I'm looking at that and taking trades and reviewing that. I did a lot of Lux Algo and then AlgoPro as well. So AlgoPro is the best value for money so far that I found, and it seems to be the most popular amongst you guys as well. And that's been evident from a poll that I did, which is right here on the Facebook group. If you want to join my Facebook group, it's called How to Make Money from Stock Alert Services. It's basically just a bunch of services reviewed, polled, talked about. And so I did one on AlgoPro right here, and it had a 97% positive rating. So basically everybody said it was useful and helpful, and you know that it was a good purchase essentially. One guy said it wasn't because he didn't think that it was any better than free indicators. That's something that I hear a lot when you're talking about these premium paid TradingView indicators. But I talked to him after that, and he seemed to retract the fact that maybe it actually was better than the free one that he was using. However, I don't want to speak for him. Maybe he's changed his mind. So if you're watching this, let me know, and we can update whether you still think that it's inferior to your free indicator system. So this whole area I found very fascinating, these TradingView premium indicators, and I think they can be very helpful for you. They can take a lot of work out of your trading because they combine a lot of things, and they're back tested often very thoroughly and carefully, and they're very user friendly with lots of good additions. So it's not just a case of combining like a couple of moving averages and adding an RSI. They often like do a lot of the hard lifting for you, looking at different time frames and different systems and things. So a lot of them are really good. My favorite by far is AlgoPro. So I really do want to compare it to some of the other ones, and since I got the request, I might as well start with looking at TRND bot, which was the one I started to look at yesterday, but I haven't fully reviewed yet, so I only did part 1 here. So this is part 1, and that was really just looking at the indicator system. It takes a lot of work going through this because sometimes these things have a lot of parts to them, and so often I'll break these videos down into 5+ parts looking at different components. So today, with the comparison, I'll try and give an exact overview of the overlay buy-sell indicators to show which one I think is probably more useful, at least for me, but also have a quick look at the other features for both of them so you can kind of get an idea, because you're not just buying these for the buy-sell indicators, or at least you shouldn't be. There's a lot of other tools and components to the system that you're buying that could be useful to you. And I know a lot of people that don't use the buy-sell indicators as much as they do other parts of the system. Alright, so let's get started. So let's look at TradingView. Open it up right here. What you're looking at right here is AlgoPro. So this is where things are going to get complicated unless you're very familiar with both of the systems. I'm going to switch between the two systems, between AlgoPro and TRND bot. So the first one you're looking at here, just randomly on SPY, which is what I trade, on the 1 hour chart is just what appears when you hit this button right here and you see the recent thing. So you can see that basically it's very nice. So we've had a sell signal, then a buy signal that's worked, then a sell signal that's worked, and then a nice long buy signal, which has hit like the 4th or 3rd profit target up here. So the first thing is there's a stop loss that's defined, there's an entry, and then there's take profits as you go. So that's kind of the basics of AlgoPro, and you can see it's worked really, really nicely. This wave in the background is just a trend indicator. Same with this thing right here. They're sort of useful. You can see we're starting to pull back today quite a bit. We gap down on the hourly here, but nothing hugely significant. What I'd like to see though is a hold of this line, right? This dotted line that they have on AlgoPro. Anyway, that's AlgoPro. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch on TRND bot. Now TRND bot has an AI setting, they call it, and I don't know if they're just using AI because it's like a trendy thing at the moment, but basically it's an optimizer. So to make a fair comparison, you have to have both of these on self-optimization sort of thing, right? Because you can change these signals to make them look better depending on, you know, the sensitivity ratings. So I have both that are just like default, right? So if we go to the trend indicator right here. I'm going to switch that on, and you can see a bunch of other stuff has really cleared up the chart. And I'm going to hide AlgoPro. So click here. So you can see that this is a lot messier, and maybe that's okay for you. Maybe you like to go in and out of the trades on the hourly chart much faster. And so this is definitely the first difference that you notice, is that you're buying and exiting, buying and exiting, buying and exiting, buying, taking some profit, exiting, buying, exiting. Now these are all pretty good. Like these are good trades. So it's hard to say which is better. Now it's better if you just want to be relaxed and just hold for, you know, these trades right here. Very like chilled out. That's what I prefer. I don't want to be, and a lot of people don't have time, so that's a good thing to think about is, do you have time to sit here? And remember, these are hourly bars, so we're not talking like minutes or seconds, we're talking hours here. So this would be like a 4-hour trade. This would be like another trade. So this is something to bear in mind when you're asking which one's better or worse. It's really dependent on your trading style. One thing I do like about this is there are take profits here, so and they remain, which is nice. They don't remain on the AlgoPro, they disappear. Only appear, the take profits and everything only appear, like this stuff only appears on AlgoPro on the current signal, and it's kind of cool that they're left for you to look back on TRND bot. So that's a buy, take profit, and then exit. So this little whole thing probably wouldn't have made you much money. It might even have lost you some money, whereas it's not even present on the other one, on AlgoPro. This one's good. Buy, take profit about halfway, then exit. Buy, take profit, and then exit. Buy, take profit quite early, and then exit next up here. Re-enter within an hour or two, and do it again, kind of thing. So you can see how the two differ in terms of the signals. Now, you could force this if you turned the AI off. So if you look into here, this has regular AI on. If I disable the AI, it looks way worse, right? So you have like so much more trades. Now maybe you prefer that, you don't want market exposure, but this is quite horrendous to me in terms of using your time wisely, like not being a crackhead day trader. But maybe that's your thing. So that's what I'm saying. You have to turn on the actual things here. So it optimizes the sensitivity for maximum profits, basically. Okay, so that's the difference in the signals, and that follows through in almost every time frame. So I just picked 1 hour roughly here just because it's easy to see. But on every time frame you'll find that this is the case, that you get more accurate but less frequent signals on AlgoPro, which suits my trading style, compared to TRND bot. So that's the main difference in the signal overlays, which is what a lot of people buy these things for, right? It's one of the main attractions, is you don't have to do all the technical analysis yourself. You just get to basically wait for buy and sell signals, and then you can add in a little bit extra confluence like trends or whatever. But the big thing here is the cost, right? So the cost for TRND bot that we're looking at now is $78 a month. And so you can get the AlgoPro, and I'll leave a link in the description below, for $199. It's going up slowly, so this is something that I was saying in previous videos, is AlgoPro used to be $149 for lifetime. Now it's $199 for lifetime, which is still a steal. It's a total bargain, because it's only 3 months or so of TRND bot, and it has just as good features from what I can tell. So if you want to buy AlgoPro, click the link in the description below, and you can get it for currently $199. It may go down if there's a sale on, it may go up if they keep increasing it. But for all of these other systems like LuxAlgo, TRND, all of these things, lifetime usually costs over $1,000 if they even offer it. And sometimes the monthly payments can be as high as $70 or $80 a month for TRND and things like that. So the price is a big factor here. So if you like more laid back, accurate signals at a very, very reasonable cost, AlgoPro could be the choice for you between these two. There's so much more to consider though than just this. And so I'll try and give a brief overview in this video of those features, and then I'll do some separate videos going into more details, especially on the TRND stuff, because I've already covered the AlgoPro stuff, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can go to the full review and look through all the extra features that you get with the AlgoPro system. I'm not going to just cover them again in this video. It's getting overwhelming with the amount of these things that I'm doing. So anyway, so let's have a quick look at the TRND features that you might want to consider and why I don't think most of them are worth it. So let's have a look. So here's the menu for the TRND bot, or Algo. So you can add things like an EQ cloud, which looks like this. It'll pop up in a second. So it's just this line in the background. I'm going to get rid of the buy-sell signal so you can see it. So not particularly helpful. Most of these systems have these, so you're supposed to buy when it turns green and sell when it turns red. But you never know because you get little fake outs where it will turn green and then it'll turn red. And so I've never found them super useful. It's often good, you know, as a moving support and resistance, but again, it's not that helpful because often you'll break through it and then it'll just come back. So you'll get stopped out thinking that the trend's changing. So I'm not a huge fan of these extra sort of moving average style clouds and things that all these different systems call them. They're not that helpful for me. Reversal cloud, I'll switch that on. Again, this is not super helpful from what I can see. I'll delve into it in more detail in a different video, but basically it's bouncing between a cloud. You can get this things for free, like Bollinger Bands or whatever. I still need to do some more research to figure out whether this is actually more useful or less useful than like Bollinger Bands or Keltner channels or whatever. So you can also get free, this sort of stuff for free. So dynamic support and resistance. To me, I found this pretty useless. Levels are great until they're not, so you know, it's maybe something that'll become more useful going forward, but I need to kind of look at it a little bit more before I really think that it's certainly not something that would tip me over the edge from AlgoPro to TRND bot. The harmonic zag, I'm going to look into that more too, but honestly, this is just drawing lines. So higher lows and lower highs might save you a bit of time, but it's so far for me it's not like a game changer, so nothing too exciting. Tunnel vision I find pretty useless as well because you could just draw it yourself. Basically it's just drawing the trend lines in, right? So you can see on SPY at the moment we're down at the bottom of the channel. So again, that doesn't push me over the edge for TRND bot given the cost and the I would say the lack of accuracy in the signals relative to AlgoPro. And there's a few other things here. One thing is safety mode, which might be quite good. I'll cover that, but I don't think it's something that suddenly changes the game for me either. So we click on safety mode here. I'll have to do this in a separate video, I think, but that's basically what you get. So buy exit, let's see. I mean, this doesn't look good at all to me. I mean, this just doesn't... I mean, this hasn't improved things for me at all. Maybe if I turn on AI mode. If it's... No, it's on. So... Anyway, those are the extra features you get with TRND bot. I may just go through them carefully and pick out a couple ones I think are the best and do a deep dive on them and see how they are combined with trades. But honestly, I don't think it's worth it compared to AlgoPro. I think AlgoPro for me is always going to be the winning system. I paid $150 for it. And they basically are saying, look, this is going to go up. And sure enough, it went up to 169 or 179. Now it's up to 199. So if you're going to jump on AlgoPro, I'll leave the link in the description below where you can get the best possible price for it. And I think it's something that most people are finding to be really quite helpful. Most people are saying it's better than Lux Algo and that type of thing. So anyway, that's the 1 hour chart. Let's look and see if there's any... Curious to see if on any of the shorter time frames if we're getting a sell signal now on SPY. Yeah, we are. So on SPY on AlgoPro, we are getting a sell signal at the moment, but it's still hovering around the entry. So that's the 30-minute chart. Wonder what we're doing on the daily, because that's kind of what matters to me for a lot of the trades that I'm doing. On the daily, we're still bullish. We're just kind of pulling back a little bit. I think for people that are freaking out on this gap down this morning, I think taking a step back and looking at charts like this might help a bit and be like, okay, cool, we're doing okay here. We're not, it's not Armageddon, you know. So, be pretty good. Alright guys, hopefully that's helpful. That was me comparing TRND BOT and AlgoPro. I'll leave links to the reviews for more videos of these and more commentary from me in the full blog posts in the description below. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.